Hi, everybody. My name's Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Yah.
And we are the Yahuwah and the Torah channel. And we thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We are the little family who is hanging out in the middle of the jungle. And we are reading the Word of Yah as our daily devotions. And it has been kind of a sporadic week, as we have not been here very much with you guys. We've had a lot of work that we've had to accomplish, and unfortunately we were unable to do it because we had to get up at the crack of dawn to get it done. And so we got it done, and so we're sorry that we missed you guys. We missed you a lot. And so here we are in our reading again. Gentlemen, how you doing?
Good.
Cade, you gonna be okay? Cade's eyes are like mostly closed. He's almost asleep. Eli is mostly asleep. Jade's fully awake. So there's two of us that are fully awake on this. So all right, well, let's continue on. How you guys doing? Anything shaking? Anything going on?
No, anything crazy.
Nothing. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a quick look at this, guys. This is Yah Scriptures. This is what we have presented and put out, and it is available in the beginning, middle to June. The printers are like within days of actually beginning the huge punching of the print on this thing. It's going to be a simply amazing book, Scriptures. We hope that everybody has a copy of one of these. You never know what the future is going to bring. You never know what these the powers that be want to do with the internet. So having a good book available is a good thing. But you can download these right now, absolutely free of charge. Put them on all of your tablets, put them on all of your devices, because you can get the PDF, and that reads across any device. You can get this on the Android and get it on Apple. You can get it on a computer. It reads very, very well. You can also get the Apocrypha as well, the second download there. eSword app is available. It is amazing for anybody who uses eSword. You guys know how amazing it is. It's available free of charge, as well as the new download of Traditions of Men, which is now revision 2. So if you guys got any downloads prior to like 2 days ago or less, you'll want to re-download it, because we found a bunch of errors in it and re-edited it and got it back up to Amazon as well, which is now the final version, or at least revision 2 of Traditions of Men. It is available right now on Amazon. And all of these books right here, these ones that are on Amazon, are short stories that are in our big scriptures, but they're short books. For somebody that just wants like the Book of Enoch or something of the sort, they're all available right there on Amazon. Now we're heading over to Yah Scriptures. We're heading over to our Google app, which is almost done. And today I found a bunch of errors just in our app right here. App only, not any other stuff. So as we read through this, if anyone notices it, that's what it is. Gentlemen, can somebody give me a quick recap of where we are at, the 2 Samuel 22? What happened last time? What happened in the time before? What's the state of Yisrael right now?
All right, so David and his people, they got chased out of Israel by his son. His son went after him in war. David told his men we want to take back over the kingdom. He said, "Do not kill Absalom. Keep him alive. We'll keep him alive, and we'll chain him up." And Joab found him, got stuck in a tree because of his hair. Joab and a couple of men, they killed him. They told David he was dead. David wept and mourned, and Joab told him that it was disrespectful to them. That if we were just soldiers to you, if we would have died, you wouldn't have cried. But for your son that went against you, you cried. And he's like, go talk to the people before they rise up. And so he went and talked to the people, calmed the people down, and now he is going to sing a song.
Okay. All right. Anyone else have anything else? All right. Let's rock and roll. Okay. Then David spoke to Yahuwah the words of the song on the day when Yahuwah had delivered him from the hand of all his enemies and from the hand of Shaul. So this is like past tense, right? I mean, because he said this was a song that was on the day when Yahuwah had delivered him from the hand. So I think this is like a song inserted later.
It should have been like in 1 Samuel somewhere.
Yeah, and one thing that most people don't know about David is, obviously he wrote Psalms, but there is belief that he wrote basically a poem for every single day of the year. And he was very, very skilled in his, I guess, poetry writing or lyric writing, whatever it was. But David wrote a lot of this, so this is probably just one of these little songs he wrote, and they tossed in there. And he said, Yahuwah is my rock and my stronghold and my deliverer. My Elohim is my rock. I take refuge in him. My shield and the horn of my deliverance. My high tower and my refuge. My Savior. You save me from violence. I call on Yahuwah, the one to be praised, and I am saved from my enemies. For the waves of death surrounded me. Floods of Belial made me afraid. The cords of the grave were all around me. The snares of death were before me. In my distress I called upon Yahuwah, and to my Elohim I cried, and from his Ha'ikel he heard my voice, and my cry was in his ears. And the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of the Shemu'ဧl were troubled because he was wroth. Smoke went up from his nostrils and devouring fire from his mouth. Coals were kindled by it. And he bowed the Shemu'ဧl and came down, and dense cloud was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub and flew, and was seen upon the wings of the wind. Okay, what do you guys make of this so far? And what do you guys make of this? Are we talking? You think really David really believes that Yahuwah's rode upon a cherub, or is this just all metaphors? Are we?
I think it's more metaphors.
Metaphors on this.
More metaphor style things. More like Yahuwah came to his aid when he needed it. Is what he's trying to say.
Right, and I just botched it. 11.
Yep.
Okay, so what do you make of his writings on this? I mean, what do you make of his life? What can you glean from the life of David by his poetry, by his writings?
Very stressful. There's a lot of people always coming after him that are trying to take his life or trying to overrule his kingdom or something in his life. They're trying to destroy him somehow.
Right.
And Yahuwah comes and saves him. He's very thankful to Yahuwah. And he ended up sinning at that one point, and so the person that always came to defend him, he had to be punished by that person. So
You're talking about the big sin?
Yeah, the big sin, yeah.
Right. It wasn't just a sin. We're talking about
Biggest sin in his entire life.
lying. There's all sorts of Torah commands that he broke on this. Okay. But when people say he's a man after Yah's own heart, or that this is you could see from his reign in Yisrael that he reigned longer than most. I don't think, is there anyone who reigned longer than Solomon?
One king. Solomon is still saying 40 years, and there's one king. I can't remember the name of it, but I think he ended 55 years.
Okay. So they're I guess this is the words of King David. Okay, 12. And he put darkness around him as booths, gatherings of waters, thick clouds. From the brightness before him, coals of fire were kindled. Yahuwah thundered from the Shemu'ဧl, and the Most High sent forth his voice. And he sent out arrows and scattered them, lightning and confused them. And the channels of the sea were seen. The foundations of the world were uncovered. At the rebuke of Yahuwah, at the blast of the breath of his nostrils. He sent from above. He took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, from those hating me, for they were stronger than I. They confronted me in the day of my calamity, but Yahuwah was my support. And he brought me out into a large place. He delivered me, for he delighted in me. Yahuwah rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands he repaid me. For I have guarded the ways of Yahuwah and have not acted wickedly against my Elohim. So,
This is before he sinned.
yeah, this is either before he sinned, or that once you have sinned and you get back on the path of righteousness. I mean, that's what we are supposed to do. And so what folks, I guess what we would like everybody to understand is this is kind of the theme of the Yahuwah and the Torah channel, is because all through scriptures from the first page all the way to the end, we are the people that are championing and cheering on those who are willing to read the Torah and not just read it, but live the Torah. Like James says, make it your life. Show it by your works, and that's what this is all about. And so King David, right here, David says, "For I have guarded the ways of Yahuwah and have not acted wickedly against my Elohim," and that is a amazing thing, because our Creator will walk beside you and He will guard you and He will put you in His palm of His hands if you are willing to be loyal to Him. And the loyalty comes from obeying, obedience. Will you subject yourself to the power of our Creator and His ways? And when you look at them, they are right, and there's nothing wrong with them. And so that is basically a great verse for this channel. 23. For all His right rulings are before me. As for His laws, I do not turn from them. And I am perfect before Him, and I guard myself from my wickedness. And Yahuwah repays me according to my righteousness, according to my cleanness before His eyes. With the kind, you show yourself kind. With the perfect one, you show yourself perfect. With the cling, you show yourself cling. And with the wicked, you show yourself twisted. For you save the humble people, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them low. For you are my lamp, O Yahuwah, and Yahuwah makes my darkness light. For with you I run against a band. With my Elohim I leap over a wall. Okay, and I want to point this out to anybody that's actually reading this. This particular page in this app that we're reading is messed up because this was a poem. This was a psalm. And so this, Miss Nicole will be fixing all of this today, and because it's all run-ons. There's no periods or anything of the sort. Because when we were actually reading from Yah Scriptures, this is all lined up a different way. These apps, it can't line up quite like it should line up so it looks good. So the book is a really good version. And this will be fixed. So if this looks weird to anyone, that's why. Like right here on 31 where it has proven and then it has the semicolon he, that's what you're seeing. So if that makes any sense. Now, continuing on. Anyone have any comments on this at all? Okay. 30? No, 31. The El, his way is perfect. The word of Yahuwah is proven. He is a shield to all who take refuge in him. For who is El besides Yahuwah? And who is a rock besides our Elohim? El is my mighty stronghold, and he makes my way perfect, making my feet like the feet of a deer, and he puts me on high places, teaching my hands for battle, so that my arms bend a bow of bronze. And you give me the shield of your deliverance, and your lowliness makes me great. You enlarge my step under me, so that my feet shall not slip. I pursue my enemies and destroy them, and I do not turn back till they are destroyed. And I destroy them and crush them, so that they do not rise and fall under my feet. And you gird me with strength for battle. You cause my adversaries to bow under me. Is it bow or bow?
I think it's bow.
Bow? Yeah, it could be bow under me. Either one I think would work. And you make my enemies turn their backs. They're those hating me, and I cut them off. They look, but there is no Savior. Unto Yahuwah, but he shall not answer them. And I beat them as dust of the earth. I beat them small as dirt in the streets. I spread them out. And you deliver me from the strivings of my people. You safeguard me as the head of the nations. A people I have not known serve me. Sovereigns of the foreigner submit to me. Sons of the foreigner submit to me. As soon as they hear, they obey me. Thank you. Sons of the foreigner fade away and gird themselves from their strongholds. Yahuwah lives, and Baruch is my rock, and exalted is my Elohim, the rock of my deliverance. El who avenges me, and bringing peoples down under me, and bringing me out from my enemies. You raise me up above those rising up against me. You deliver me from a man of violence. Therefore I give thanks to you, O Yahuwah, Therefore I give thanks to you, O Yahuwah, among nations, and I sing praise to your name. A tower of deliverance is he to his sovereign, and showing kindness to his anointed, to David and his seed forever. All right. Any thoughts? Anybody have any closing things on this? Eli?
David definitely liked to show his gratefulness in the form of a poem.
Yeah.
That was his way of communication, I think, to a lot of people.
A lot of people, maybe to Yah, maybe to get his heart out, maybe what he...
maybe he like sung, maybe brought out his little harp and decided to sing those to Yah.
Yeah, he's a master musician. He was obviously a very good player of the, I don't know how they say it. I think it's the lyre, but some call it the lyre. But he was able to soothe, the demons of Shaul. And so these are interesting stories, right? Anyone have anything else?
Nope.
Today is a preparation day, and that means that tomorrow's a Shabbat, guys. And so for anybody that is keeping Shabbat, cheers to you guys. It's much love. It is a what does it mean real quick, guys? What does it mean preparation day and going into Shabbat? Eli.
Preparation day is where we should prepare everything so we don't have to do any work tomorrow. We should do all of our cooking, all of our cleaning, anything that we have to do. So we have to do no work tomorrow so we can rest and worship Yahuwah.
Yeah, and so I think that pretty much sums it up. All right, guys, we do a live reading every... dogs are about to break out. We do a live reading tomorrow at 11. So if you guys want to catch us live, we're there. Much love. Shalom.